Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about momentum. You see, starting a new year isn't about flipping a calendar, it's about flipping a mindset. It's about realizing that what you carry into this year matters just as much as what you leave behind. Momentum is a force that multiplies small actions into big results. And here's the truth, you don't need everything to be perfect to create it. You don't need all the answers to get started. All you need is to take the first step and then the next. Think of a snowball rolling down a hill. At first it's small, maybe even insignificant. But as it rolls, it gathers more snow, gains more speed, and soon it's unstoppable. That's how momentum works in your life. You may feel like you're starting small right now, but don't underestimate the power of small beginnings when God is in it. This year, stop waiting for the perfect moment to begin. Newsflash, there is no perfect moment. But there is this moment, and it's packed with potential. Your momentum starts with the decision to act. Make the call, send the email, write the plan, just start. Now let me warn you, momentum isn't built on comfort. It's forged in consistency. You have to show up when it's hard. You have to keep moving even when you don't see results right away. Remember, momentum compounds, it builds up over time. And soon enough, you'll look back and realize that every little effort has pushed you further than you ever imagined. But let's be real, there will be setbacks. Don't let them stop you, let them strengthen you. Every challenge you face is not a signal to quit, but a setup for something greater. When the road gets tough, lean into faith. Trust that the struggle is producing something powerful in you. Finally, don't let fear hold you back this year. Fear tells you what could go wrong, but faith shows you what could go right. Step into this year believing that what's ahead is better than what's behind. Believe that the momentum you start today has the power to shape not just this year, but your entire future. As you stand at the threshold of a new year, it's easy to get caught up in the idea of perfection. We live in a world that constantly pressures us to have everything figured out, to execute flawlessly, and to present our best selves at all times. But what if I told you that perfection isn't the key to success? What if I told you that focusing on direction, not perfection, is the true secret to building momentum? The reality is that perfection is an illusion. It's a standard that can never truly be reached. In fact, striving for perfection can paralyze us, keeping us stuck in a cycle of overthinking, self-doubt, and fear of failure. You wait for the perfect time, the perfect conditions, or the perfect plan to begin, and before you know it, time has passed you by. You've missed opportunities and the momentum you could have gained has slipped away. Instead of focusing on perfection, focus on your direction. Ask yourself, where am I headed? And more importantly, what can I do today to move toward that goal, even if it's imperfect? Momentum is built through small, consistent steps in the right direction, not through grand, perfect gestures. It's about making progress, not waiting for the perfect moment to arrive. Consider a ship at sea. A ship doesn't need to be perfectly aligned with its destination to reach its goal. It simply needs to stay on course. Even if it drifts a little off track, it can correct itself along the way. The key is that it keeps moving forward. You might not have every detail of your plan worked out. You might not know exactly how every step will play out. But if you have a general direction and keep moving toward it, you'll find that momentum starts to build. When you focus on direction, you begin to understand that every action, no matter how small or imperfect, brings you closer to your goals. The key is consistency. Show up every day, even when things aren't perfect. You don't have to have the whole year planned out. You just need to take action one step at a time. It's the consistent daily effort that makes the difference in the long run. Think about the goals you've set for yourself. Maybe it's to get healthier, to start a business, or to improve your finances. If you wait until everything is aligned, until you have the perfect workout plan, the perfect business idea, or the perfect budget, you may never get started. You might be waiting for the perfect time that doesn't actually exist, and while you wait, the year slips away. Instead, take the first step. Start with what you know. Start with what you have. The key is to simply begin. You don't need to know everything right now. The path to success isn't a straight line. It's filled with detours, roadblocks, and unexpected twists. But it's also filled with opportunities for growth, learning, and adjustment. As long as you stay focused on your direction and are willing to adjust along the way, you'll continue moving forward. When we focus on perfection, we risk missing the beauty of the journey. It's easy to think that success is about reaching a final destination, but success is also found in the process. It's found in the small victories, the lessons learned, and the moments of growth. If we only focus on achieving perfection, we miss the joy of progress, and it's in progress that we build momentum. This doesn't mean that you should aim for mediocrity. It doesn't mean you should avoid putting in effort or working toward excellence. What it means is that you need to give yourself grace. Perfection is not a requirement for progress. And it certainly isn't a prerequisite for momentum. The truth is, momentum often comes from imperfect action. You learn as you go. You adjust as you learn. And you keep moving forward even when things aren't perfect. This year, make a decision. Let go of the need for perfection. Let go of the pressure to have everything figured out. Focus instead on your direction and take one step after another toward your goals. Each step, even the imperfect ones, brings you closer to the life you want to create. Remember, momentum doesn't need perfection, it just needs action. And that action, no matter how small, is what propels you forward into the future. So as you start this year, let it be a year of progress, not perfection. Let it be a year where you focus on direction and trust that the momentum you build along the way will carry you further than perfection ever could. Consistency is one of the most underrated, yet most powerful forces in achieving success and building momentum. It's not the grand gestures or sporadic bursts of effort that lead to lasting progress. It's the quiet, steady rhythm of showing up day after day, even when you don't feel like it. Consistency is what transforms potential into reality and aspirations into achievements. When we think about success, we often picture big moments, milestones, breakthroughs, or dramatic transformations. But the truth is, those big moments are rarely the result of a single event. Instead, they are the cumulative outcome of countless small actions taken consistently over time. Success is built in the mundane, in the everyday decisions to stay committed, to keep going, and to prioritize what matters most. Consider a sculptor chiseling away at a block of marble. With each strike of the hammer, progress may seem minimal. But over time, those small, consistent strikes reveal a masterpiece. The same principle applies to your goals. Whether it's improving your health, growing a business, or mastering a skill, it's not about doing something extraordinary once it's about doing the ordinary things repeatedly and with intention. The beauty of consistency lies in its compounding effect. Each effort builds on the one before it, creating momentum that grows stronger with time. At first, the progress may seem slow, almost invisible. You might feel like your efforts are insignificant or that the results aren't coming fast enough. But consistency operates on a different timeline. It rewards patience and persistence. The small, seemingly insignificant steps you take today are laying the foundation for exponential growth tomorrow. However, consistency isn't always easy. There will be days when motivation wanes, when distractions tempt you to veer off course, and when the challenges feel overwhelming. This is where commitment comes into play. Motivation gets you started, but commitment keeps you going. It's the decision to keep showing up, even when it's inconvenient or uncomfortable. It's the recognition that consistency isn't about perfection, it's about persistence. One of the most important aspects of consistency is understanding that it requires focus. You can't be consistent in everything at once. Trying to do too much often leads to burnout and scattered effort. Instead, identify your priorities and commit to consistent action in those areas. It might mean dedicating time each day to exercise, spending a few hours each week working on a personal project, or setting aside time every morning for reflection and goal setting. Whatever it is, consistency thrives when it's rooted in clarity and purpose. Another key to harnessing the power of consistency is celebrating small wins along the way. Acknowledge the progress you're making, no matter how small it may seem. Each step forward is proof that your efforts are paying off. These small victories not only boost your confidence, but also reinforce your commitment to stay consistent. They remind you that the journey is just as important as the destination. Consistency also teaches resilience. As you stick to your commitments, you'll inevitably face obstacles, setbacks, and moments of doubt. But each time you push through, you build strength and character. You develop the ability to persevere in the face of adversity, which is a crucial skill for long-term success. Consistency isn't about avoiding failure, it's about learning to rise after every stumble and keep moving forward. One of the most profound aspects of consistency is how it shapes your identity. When you consistently show up for your goals, you start to see yourself differently. You become someone who follows through, who stays disciplined, and who values progress over perfection. This shift in identity fuels even greater consistency because you begin to act in alignment with the person you believe yourself to be. As you move through this year, commit to consistency. Show up for yourself even on the days when it feels difficult. Trust that each small effort is building something greater than you can see in the moment. Remember, the power of consistency isn't in what you achieve in a single day, it's in what you create over weeks, months, and years of steady, intentional effort. Keep going. And you'll be amazed at the momentum you build and the transformation it brings. Intention is a powerful starting point. It sets the tone, clarifies your goals, and creates a sense of purpose. But intention alone is not enough to create change or achieve your dreams. To move your life forward, you must shift from intention to action. It's the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. And until you cross that bridge, your potential remains untapped. Your dreams remain ideas, and your goals remain distant. It's easy to feel inspired when you set intentions. You imagine the possibilities, visualize success, and feel motivated by what could be. But too often, this energy stays in the realm of thought. You tell yourself, I'll start tomorrow, or I'll wait until I feel ready. Days turn into weeks, and weeks turn into months. And suddenly you realize that your intentions haven't materialized into anything tangible. The truth is, action is what gives life to your intentions. No matter how well thought out your plans are, or how strong your desire is, nothing changes until you take the first step. Action doesn't have to be big or perfect, it just has to begin. Often it's the small, seemingly insignificant actions that build momentum and lead to significant outcomes over time. Fear often holds us back from moving into action. We fear failure, rejection, or even the responsibility that comes with success. But fear loses its grip the moment we take action. Action, even in the smallest form, has a way of dissolving fear. It shifts our focus from what could go wrong to what we can do right now. Each step forward builds confidence, and with every bit of progress, fear shrinks while your courage grows. Procrastination is another obstacle to action. It's easy to convince yourself that you need more time, more resources, or more knowledge before you start. But waiting for the perfect conditions is a trap. The perfect moment doesn't exist. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes to take that first step. Action doesn't require perfect conditions, it creates them. Once you begin, you'll discover that clarity, momentum, and solutions often appear along the way. One of the most empowering things about shifting from intention to action is that it puts you in control. When you take action, you stop being a passive observer of your life and start becoming an active participant. You realize that you have the power to influence your circumstances and create change, no matter how small. This sense of agency fuels further action, creating a cycle of progress and growth. Action also brings clarity. Many people delay action because they're unsure of the right path to take. But the only way to discover what works is to try. Action gives you feedback. It shows you what's effective, what needs adjustment, and what isn't worth pursuing. Even mistakes and failures become valuable lessons that guide you closer to your goals. Without action, you're left guessing, stuck in a loop of overthinking and indecision. Another important aspect of action is its ability to inspire others. When you move beyond intention and start taking steps toward your goals, you set an example for those around you. Your courage and determination have a ripple effect, encouraging others to do the same. Action is contagious. It creates a culture of progress and possibility, not just for yourself, but for your community as well. As you focus on shifting from intention to action, remember that it doesn't require monumental changes overnight. Start small and build from there. Write down your goals, break them into actionable steps, and commit to taking at least one step each day. Progress, no matter how small, is still progress. Over time, those small steps add up. And before you know it, you'll have traveled further than you ever imagined. This year, don't let your intentions remain idle thoughts. Transform them into tangible results by taking consistent action. Each step you take, no matter how imperfect, brings you closer to the life you envision. Trust that the momentum you create through action will carry you through challenges and open doors to new opportunities. Intention is the spark, but action is the fire that turns your dreams into reality. A clear vision is one of the most powerful tools you can have as you pursue your goals. It serves as both a compass and a guide, directing your actions and decisions toward your desired outcome. Without a vision, it's easy to lose focus, become distracted by the many things competing for your attention, and ultimately drift aimlessly through life. But when you have a strong, well-defined vision, it provides a sense of purpose that drives you forward even when the road gets tough. The first step in anchoring your vision is creating clarity. It's not enough to have a vague idea of what you want. Your vision needs to be specific, vivid, and compelling. What does success look like to you? What does your ideal life look like in 1 year, 5 years, or 10 years? The more clearly you can picture your goals, the more likely you are to take the necessary steps to achieve them. When you can see it in your mind's eye, you can begin to make it a reality. Creating a clear vision isn't just about identifying what you want to achieve, it's about understanding why you want it. Your vision should be rooted in your values and deeper sense of purpose. When your goals are connected to something meaningful, whether it's personal growth, helping others, or building a legacy, it becomes easier to stay motivated and committed, even during difficult times. A vision without a deep why can feel hollow and may not provide the sustained drive needed to push through obstacles. But when your vision is tied to your core values, it taps into a deeper source of energy and passion that fuels your actions. Once you have a clear and compelling vision, The next step is to make it a constant part of your daily life. You need to anchor your vision in everything you do. This means revisiting it regularly, especially when you feel off course or when challenges arise. Visualize it in vivid detail. Spend time imagining what it will feel like when you achieve it. Don't just see it in your mind, feel it in your heart. The more you immerse yourself in your vision, the more real it becomes and the more powerful its pull will be. Your vision should be something that excites you and drives you, not something that just exists on a distant horizon. However, it's not enough to simply envision the outcome. You also need to envision the process. Many people become discouraged when they don't see immediate results. They set a vision for themselves, but don't take into account the time, effort, and patience required to make it a reality. Anchoring your vision means not only knowing where you want to go, but also being prepared for the journey. It means understanding that setbacks, delays, and roadblocks are a natural part of the process. But with a strong vision, you'll have the resilience to keep moving forward, even when things don't go according to plan. Having a vision also serves as a powerful decision-making tool. When faced with choices, big or small, ask yourself, does this align with my vision? If the answer is no, it becomes much easier to say no to distractions, temptations, and things that don't serve your long-term goals. Your vision helps you filter out the noise and stay focused on what truly matters. In a world full of distractions, staying aligned with your vision is one of the most effective ways to maintain momentum. Sometimes the vision you create for yourself may seem far off, or you may wonder if it's even possible. Doubts can creep in, and fear can rise up. But remember, the power of your vision lies in its ability to guide you through those moments. When you face uncertainty or fear, anchor yourself in your vision. Reconnect with your purpose and remind yourself why you're doing this. Even on days when you don't feel motivated, your vision can pull you forward, reminding you that the work you're putting in today will lead to something greater tomorrow. This year, make it a priority to anchor your vision in your life. Write it down, visualize it, and keep it in front of you. Let it guide your decisions, inspire your actions, and sustain your commitment. Don't just wait for your vision to come to you. Go after it with intentionality and purpose. The clearer your vision, the more powerful it becomes in shaping your actions and propelling you toward the future you desire. Remember, your vision isn't just a dream, it's a destination, a calling, and a promise to yourself. When you anchor your vision firmly in your heart, you gain the clarity, focus, and motivation needed to turn it into a reality. Keep your eyes on the prize, stay true to your purpose, and let your vision be the force that propels you forward, no matter what challenges may come your way. Setbacks are an inevitable part of life. No matter how much you plan, how hard you work, or how committed you are to your goals, there will always be moments when things don't go as expected. But here's the crucial truth that can change the way you approach challenges. Setbacks aren't just obstacles to overcome, they're setups for something greater. In fact, many of your greatest achievements will emerge from the very setbacks you face. The key is learning how to leverage those setbacks as stepping stones, rather than seeing them as roadblocks that halt your progress. When we encounter setbacks, the natural reaction is often to feel defeated, frustrated, or discouraged. We may wonder why things aren't going the way we planned or why the progress we expected hasn't materialized. It's easy to let setbacks shake our confidence and make us question whether our goals are even attainable. However, these moments of difficulty provide an incredible opportunity for growth, learning, and refinement. They are not the end of the road, but rather an invitation to pivot, adapt, and emerge stronger than before. The first step in leveraging setbacks is shifting your perspective. Instead of viewing them as failures, try to see them as valuable lessons. Each setback teaches you something new about yourself, your goals, and the process you're in. Maybe you need to refine your approach, adjust your strategy, or develop new skills. Perhaps you need to reframe your expectations or become more patient with the pace of progress. Setbacks force you to ask deeper questions and reflect on what needs to change. This self-reflection can spark innovation and new ideas that wouldn't have come to you if everything had gone smoothly. Another critical aspect of leveraging setbacks is resilience. Life is unpredictable and challenges will arise unexpectedly. But your ability to bounce back from adversity is what ultimately determines your success. Resilience isn't about avoiding setbacks, it's about how you respond to them. The most successful people are often those who have faced the most significant challenges but have refused to stay down. They understand that setbacks are part of the journey, not an indication that they should quit. They use those moments to build their strength and keep moving forward even when the path is unclear. Setbacks also offer an opportunity to reassess your goals and redefine what success looks like. Sometimes the path you've been following isn't the best one, or the outcome you were expecting isn't the right fit for you anymore. A setback might be the perfect moment to reevaluate what truly matters. It may even provide the clarity you need to realign your efforts with your true purpose. Rather than forcing yourself to stay on a predetermined course, a setback can be the push you need to pivot in a new direction. In addition to personal growth, setbacks can also reveal hidden strengths, skills, and resources you didn't know you had. The challenges you face often force you to dig deeper, tap into your resilience, and find creative solutions. These moments of difficulty can bring out the best in you, enabling you to rise to the occasion and become more resourceful. In the midst of adversity, you might discover new talents, uncover new strategies, or forge deeper connections with others who can support you on your journey. It's also essential to remember that setbacks are rarely permanent. Just because things aren't going as planned today doesn't mean they won't improve tomorrow. Progress is often nonlinear with ups and downs, starts and stops. The key is persistence. If you keep showing up, keep pushing through, and keep believing in your vision, the setbacks will eventually turn into setups for greater success. You might not see the results immediately, but over time, your ability to navigate setbacks will make you stronger, more capable, and more determined. Finally, setbacks can inspire gratitude. While it may seem counterintuitive, the challenges you face often reveal the things that truly matter: the relationships, the experiences, the lessons learned along the way. When you look back on your journey, you'll likely realize that the setbacks, though difficult, were instrumental in shaping who you are today. They helped you grow in ways that success alone couldn't have. Embracing the fullness of your journey, including the setbacks, allows you to appreciate not just the destination, but the transformation that happens along the way. This year, when you face a setback, instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask yourself, "What can I learn from this?" Understand that every challenge, failure, and obstacle is setting you up for something better. It's shaping you, preparing you, and refining you for the next level of success. Harness the power of setbacks and let them fuel your growth, drive your creativity, and ultimately propel you forward on your path. Embrace the journey, trust the process, and remember that every setback is simply a setup for something greater. The journey toward achieving your goals is rarely a solitary one. While it's true that the effort to push forward must come from within, having accountability and support from others can significantly accelerate your progress and make the entire process more meaningful and fulfilling. As much as we like to think we can go it alone, the reality is that we need others not only to help us when we stumble, but also to challenge us to grow, to hold us accountable, and to cheer us on when the going gets tough. Accountability is one of the most powerful motivators. It's easy to let ourselves off the hook when no one else is watching. We can make excuses, delay actions, or justify why we're not taking the necessary steps toward our goals. But when we commit to someone else, whether it's a mentor, a friend, a coach, or a colleague, we begin to feel a sense of responsibility. We know that our actions or inaction will affect someone else, and this external layer of responsibility often pushes us to perform at a higher level. The power of accountability is not only in being held to deadlines or expectations, but in the opportunity to communicate our progress and challenges with someone else. It's a space where you can openly discuss your wins and setbacks, get valuable feedback, and gain perspective. However, accountability isn't just about being called out when we slip up, it's also about being uplifted when we succeed. Positive reinforcement is crucial to maintaining momentum. When someone recognizes your efforts and applauds your progress, it gives you the emotional fuel to keep going. It reminds you that you're not in this alone and that someone believes in your potential. This encouragement acts as a form of external validation that reinforces your internal motivation. It's also important to realize that support is not just about accountability. It's about surrounding yourself with people who genuinely want to see you succeed and are invested in your growth. These are the people who encourage you, who listen without judgment, and who offer constructive feedback. Supportive relationships are essential in maintaining your mental and emotional well-being as you pursue your goals. Life can be challenging, and there will be days when you feel overwhelmed, discouraged, or even tempted to give up. During those times, having a support system to lean on can make all the difference. It provides you with a safe space to express your fears, doubts, and frustrations without fear of judgment. It reminds you that setbacks are temporary and you're not defined by your failures. While accountability and support are powerful, it's also important to find the right people. Surrounding yourself with individuals who share your values, who encourage your personal growth, and who motivate you to keep pushing toward your dreams and accelerate your success. The people you choose to have in your life will either elevate you or hold you back. If you find yourself surrounded by negativity, doubt, or people who don't believe in your vision, it can be incredibly difficult to maintain the motivation and focus necessary to succeed. On the other hand, people who challenge you to be better, who support your ambitions, and who are rooting for you make all the difference. This doesn't mean you have to isolate yourself from everyone who may not fully understand your journey, but it does mean that you should intentionally cultivate relationships that lift you up. Mentorship is another invaluable aspect of accountability and support. A mentor can provide insight based on their own experiences, guide you through challenges, and help you see opportunities you might otherwise miss. A mentor doesn't just offer advice, they also challenge you to think critically, push your boundaries, and hold you to a higher standard. The beauty of mentorship is that it provides both direction and encouragement, which helps you stay focused on the long-term vision, even when immediate challenges arise. It's a partnership where both individuals benefit from the exchange of wisdom, experience, and mutual respect. If mentorship is not readily available to you, consider joining communities or groups where like-minded individuals gather. Whether it's a professional network, an online community, or a local group, connecting with others who are on similar journeys can create a sense of camaraderie and accountability. You can learn from one another, share resources, and encourage each other through your respective challenges. These networks of support can offer not only practical advice, but also emotional reassurance, knowing that you're not the only one navigating a difficult path. As you strive toward your goals this year, make it a priority to surround yourself with people who elevate you. Seek accountability partners who will motivate you to stay on track, and find support systems that will remind you that you are capable, resilient, and worthy of success. Don't underestimate the power of having others in your corner. Your journey may be yours to walk, but you don't have to walk it alone. Embrace the power of accountability and support and use it as a tool to propel yourself towards success, knowing that the right people can make all the difference in achieving the life you've envisioned.